forgot to replace the thing from last time. It's funny. It takes a second on here when we're live. Like, I know we're live right now,
It says Dirty Sports, episode 438, now live.
but the link takes a second. There we go.
This is that pre-show.
No pre-show today.
I'm saying this is the pre-show.
This is the pre-show?
Yeah. Right? It's live. People are watching it. Hi, guys. Welcome to the pre-show. Leave interesting questions in our comments during the show because we only have a few dirt ball calls. So if you have anything you want to ask during the course of the show, feel free to put it in the comments. Perhaps we'll answer it during dirt ball calls.
Yeah.
Dirt ball calls or comments.
Love it.
Dirt ball comments. Dirt ball comments.
You ready to do this bad boy?
I'm so ready. Let's go.
All right. Bro, you got to start using coasters. What's the deal? I mean, look how much water condensation is on my bar stool.
That's a fucking IKEA bar stool or something. That shit is not getting a
Target. Doesn't matter. Coasters.
Put it right on the floor.
Don't you dare. Actually, I don't give a shit about the floor. Don't you dare touch this nice rug.
Those are like lacquered things, so you're not getting any rings on that.
I wasn't worried. I just, new me now. I like to try to take care of things. Anyway, let's fucking get this bad boy going. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Studio in lovely Venice Beach, California, with my co-host, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Joseph.
How are you this Monday morning?
I'm good, man. How are you? You got back late from San Diego last night.
Late from San Diego after a fantastic weekend of shows at the Comedy Store, working with the talented and fantastic Eddie Ift, and also working with Chad from Chad Goes Deep fame. So it was great. It was a surf weekend, bro. Eddie and I surfed Salt Creek on the way down, then Pacific Beach, both on Friday. Then we did some shows. Saturday we surfed Trestles with Chad. Yesterday we surfed Black's Beach, which I don't know if you've ever been to in San Diego, but it's a nude beach. So I saw about 50 dongs yesterday.
Whoa. Back this up a minute. It's called Black's Beach?
It's called Black's Beach. And I never knew why. And then I realized when I went down there, it's named after the winners on the nude beach portion of the sand.
So
a lot of small dicks and then a lot of giant black dicks.
Fully nude.
Fully nude girls, nude guys.
Were girls fully nude?
Fully nude.
You see some bush?
It's a little bush. I mean, not a lot of bush these days. It's not the 70s.
But let me ask you this, because I noticed we've both been to Europe. I noticed whenever I would go to nude beaches in Europe, usually it's the gross people who are naked.
Yeah, Black's is pretty all encompassing. There was some fit people, and then there was certainly some just
like you saw some attractive women naked.
Some attractive women.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. It gives me hope.
I was thinking about surfing naked, but then I was like, I don't know if I want.
Had I been with you guys, by the way, I would have gotten nude. Totally would have gotten nude.
Well, we'll have to remember that next time we play in the lineup. Make sure not to bring you again.
No, I think you should. You want to see little Andy Ruther dong flopping around?
But it was fun. Shout out to all the dirt balls that came out. Had a couple dirt balls come out on Friday night. Shout out to the former dirt balls who came. We had a former dirt ball come last night. So thank you guys for all coming. That was fun.
Former.
Yeah.
Does that mean
former.
like
somebody who used to listen to the show until you berated them at a Super Bowl party?
Oh, because of me.
Yeah.
It's all because of me.
I think it was you and Hall of Famer Jesse Stanga who drove this particular dirt ball into the darkness.
It's always my fault. Somehow my fault.
Yeah.
I forced someone to stop listening to our show.
Yeah.
Yet they still go see you.
Yeah.
By the way, when people say they stop listening to the show, I'm just going to go ahead and be arrogant. I think most of you still listen to the show. You'd agree, right?
Probably, yeah. I've noticed.
Do you think when people make those bold proclamations on social media, do they really think we give a shit?
Well, it's funny because every time I'll name one of the trolls that like claim they stop listening, I'll get like a direct message like, I heard you've been talking about me." What you heard from your ears?
I've heard.
Yeah.
The Reddit forums have blown up.
Yeah.
Prano mentioned me on the show.
Somebody, somebody be sure to pass along to their friend who will pass along to their friend who will pass along to their friend who will pass along to Jonathan Cohen 04 that the Hawks just fucking took $25 million in Carmelo Anthony's contract to move Dennis Schroeder. Congratulations. You're still one of the worst franchises in all of professional sports. And just 2 years ago, make sure to pass along to Jonathan Cohen that you claimed that they were going to be second in the Eastern Conference.
Can you explain to me?
Evil laugh.
Can you explain to me the Carmelo thing?
Yeah.
So they trade him to Atlanta.
Yep.
They buy out his contract.
Yep.
Basically to get rid of Schroeder.
Yeah, so they don't want to pay. They didn't want to pay him. So
they're saving money in the long run.
Kind of.
That's what I'm confused on.
Yeah. Like I think in buying out Carmelo, like maybe he doesn't count on their cap or something like that, and then it was just for this year. So Schroeder going forward, I'm sure he was there like a couple more years. So it's like, okay, maybe they take a big cap hit this season when they're obviously going to be awful, and look forward to the future and not have Schroeder on their contract. Schroeder, however they fucking pronounce it. Now, if only there was a way they could get like the most complete player in the draft. Oh, right. They had him and they traded him. Like, what the Atlanta Hawks, dumpster fire organization.
They had
the only decision that they did make is get rid of Carmelo Anthony. Bravo to that.
So they drafted what? Doncic.
Doncic.
Yeah. How is it pronounced?
I believe it's Doncic.
Doncic.
Yeah. Luka Doncic.
That sounds like a sexual act. Yo, what'd you do with that girl? I gave her the Doncic.
Yeah. So the Doncic is right as you're coming. You punch her in the back of the head. You mean like a donkey punch? Yeah, but you do it left hand, so you're Doncic. You're Luka.
I like to Doncic his mom. You seen her?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Former model.
Now she'll be running around Dallas.
That's gotta suck in a way. Like, dude, you're on an NBA team. There's a lot of sexual energy flying through that locker room.
Yeah.
Dude's just talking about girls they bang, and you got a former model for a mom.
I mean, think about it this way. If Gloria James is having guys in the NBA look at her, a former model is definitely going to get some attention.
Yeah. Someone's going to be like, yo, Luke, I beat off to your mom last night.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, Melo now to the Rockets, inevitably.
Yep. Hopefully not. I'm still hopeful that it doesn't go that way because Carmelo Anthony just said the other day that he won't come off the bench still.
But he will. If he goes to the Rockets, he will come off the bench.
But he's saying he won't. He's saying he won't come off the bench. So does that mean the Rockets are going to start him?
You know what Melo's turned into? You know what he's turned into, Joe? He is that woman who's still looks good, but she's in her early 40s, and she shows up to the bar or the club, and again, still in shape, still pretty, but you can see the wear and tear on her, and you're like, just know your lane. That's what Melo is a 40-year-old.
I don't have sex with girls in their 30s, let alone their 40s. So I should be an NBA GM because I'd be like, 40? No thanks. I'm out.
Well, I do personally, but normally those girls, my point is, know their role. They know, hey, I still look pretty good. I got it together, but I can't be setting the bar so high for the 35-year-old lawyer who makes a lot of money. Like, that's what he is. He does. Like, I don't understand his mentality of, dude, you're in here, what? Was he in his 15th season?
Yeah.
You come off the bench, score points.
Yeah.
That's what you're there for.
He's saying he won't. That's why I'm sort of hopeful that, like, Mike D'Antoni's like, hey, I know, Daryl, you think this is going to help our team, but, like, if I don't have the option to not start this guy, then I don't want him. This is already more of a headache than I need. If I don't have the option to not start him, I don't want him.
Yeah.
And hopefully he makes that call, and either Carmelo Anthony says, I will come off the bench, or better yet, they don't sign him. I saw a report the other day that said if the Houston Rockets, it's like one of the Vegas websites, either maybe adjusted their line thinking that Melo had agreed to a deal or announced how their line would be adjusted, but basically said if Melo signs with the Rockets, they will make their odds, it'll make worse odds for them to win the championship.
What doesn't surprise me.
And it's hilarious because the thing is, too, about Melo and also Dwight Howard, because somebody, I talked about Dwight Howard versus Tiger Woods the other day, and somebody sent me Dwight Howard's stats and was like, looks pretty good. Yeah, it does look pretty good. When you're in an NBA, when the other team goes, if you don't have a jump shot, we're literally never going to pay attention to you. We will not guard you because you have zero ability to shoot a three. You have zero ability to stretch the floor. You can get, in the NBA, you can get 16 points a game, getting cleanup rebounds, and guess what? It's the most useless 16 points ever because you're drawing zero defense. You're literally just grabbing offensive rebounds and getting putbacks. That's it. There's nothing dynamic about your play. And in an NBA where scoring is up and everybody's scoring 100 plus and 120 points a game, handing 16 points to Dwight Howard and being like, cool, this guy's going to get 8 easy buckets, but we don't have to worry about him in their offensive scheming. Great. Give it to him. Best thing that ever happened to us. Hilarious. So he's like, oh, it looks pretty good. Well, you don't understand the NBA. Bottom line. And honestly, I'm starting to worry about the Rockets. Do they not understand the NBA? How does Carmelo Anthony help you? Vegas thinks it hurts you.
Well, they also gave Clint Capella a big deal.
Great, yeah. And Clint Capella deserves a big deal.
5-year, $80 million. What I thought was interesting about Capella's deal, as I look at, are the incentives. I kind of like this. So the incentives on Clint Capella's contract, he gets $1 million if the team reaches the Western Conference Finals.
How old is he? He's 24?
Yes.
And how long's his deal?
5 years, $80 million.
Right.
With up to $10 million in incentives. Here's some more of the incentives. $500,000 for finishing with a 30% defensive rebounding rate. What does that mean?
I mean, I don't know the fucking specifics of it, but basically, like, they have their net rating, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and all that. Basically, if he's a better defensive rebounder.
And I like this one. $500,000 if he shoots at least 65% from the free throw line.
So basically, he's their Dwight Howard, except they've only got him till he's 29 instead of shithead Dwight Howard age, and then he has to shoot 65% to make more money, as opposed to the guy who shoots 50. And a perfect example of a guy who he's going to have to improve his game in the next 5 years. He's going to have to find an outside shot. He's going to have to find, the ability to do all the things. But he's also a good defensive player, and he finishes at the rim still. I mean, talk about people like Dwight Howard still looks good. It's like, I think he's getting paid more than Clint Capella, who's a better, younger version.
Man, $500,000 to just shoot 65%. I want that deal.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
You know how easy that is?
It's hard, though, when you're that big.
I just don't buy that. I do not buy that.
It is. It's harder when you're that big. The problem is these guys, their egos. Just shoot underhand, guys.
Or practice.
Yeah, but I mean,
okay, it's kind of like this. We now have a basketball hoop in the pool here at Savage Town, right? Yeah. And yesterday, we hadn't really played competitively, but yesterday, me and the mayor decided, let's play a game of horse. And we were shooting around all day after we played volleyball. it's kind of the same thing, right? You have the small balls and you have the hoop. And at first we were both missing a lot. But after shooting around for like 45 minutes an hour and we kept playing, we got our shots down. We learned how to shoot with the small ball. Dude, that's a similar comparison when you're a big guy shooting a basketball
Yeah,
hoop.
look, there's big guys who are great at shooting too, but it's a matter of like how young you start and you're actually a shooter. Like Capella's not a shooter, so now it's just like learning what Dirk Nowitzki learned at 12, learning it at 24, and then getting to the point where Dirk Nowitzki was at 20. You're going to do that at what, 32, and then it's just really hard. Plus, you're like, how much are you really able to practice? That's why I think the big guys just shoot underhand.
But what do you mean, how much are you able to practice? Dude, that's your job.
Yeah, but you also go to basketball practice. You work out.
If you spent, this is my argument for those guys. If
you tell me if you spend an hour a day, like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
dude, they've done, all these guys have done it. Like, they've all tried to do it. The answer is fucking shoot underhand. Stop being a bitch because you're thinking that you're going to look like a bitch, and just look like a bitch and make $1 million. Just shoot underhand.
Yeah, who doesn't want money? Guys, quick reminder, we've already got a lot of good comments. Keep leaving comments if you're watching this live right now on YouTube. Joe and I will get to comments at the end of the show.
Yep.
That will be our supplement with Dirtball calls. Yeah, dude. I've been seeing a lot about LeBron lately, and like people now want an explanation about like why he came to LA, and everyone's like, I feel like everyone's still talking about this. Like,
yep.
Like he came, he did it. Why are we still talking about this?
Because
are people still confused why he came out here?
I'm still confused.
So you are. You're one of these people.
I am. I'm truly one of these people. I mean, I'm not that confused. I'm just confused, like, that if the only answer is that he's wants to be a mogul and he wants to learn from Magic Johnson and he wants to be in, he wants the barbershop show on HBO and he wants a lot. I go, man, you're really, really, really rich and you're 5 years away from being out of league. Why does that have to happen now? Like, just seems to me that LeBron James, in a chase for, in some people's mind, of the greatest player of all time, the idea of you're in your prime, you just went to the finals, you just led the league in basically everything. At 33, you're going to, transition into being an executive producer and play on a team that doesn't have enough talent. And what? Like, this is all about your kid playing AAU? Like, I'm just confused as to why he didn't go, the only thing people are judging me on at this point is championships. Let me go win one.
Well, this is what he said. By the way, LeBron, I gotta make fun of LeBron for a minute. He looks like the biggest front runner Fairweather fan in these comments. It's like, dude, are you serious? He said, I wanted to be there on a day-to-day basis, obviously talking about Los Angeles. And on the other hand, he's talking about moving, blah, blah, blah. Let me just skim through this. This is like a dream come true for me. Growing up, listen to what LeBron says. Growing up, I was a Cowboys fan. I was a Bulls fan. I was a Yankees fan. Bro.
Yeah, awful.
Let me reiterate that. LeBron said he was a Cowboys fan, a Bulls fan, and a Yankees fan. Dude, not Browns, not Indians, not Cavs?
No.
Come on, man.
Front-running 90s millennial dork.
Jesus Christ. And he goes on to say, I always felt like that was one of the historical franchises. He's talking about the Lakers. Being able to play for a historical franchise with so much history, and now being able to partner. I mean, it's a business thing. Partner with Magic Johnson, someone I kind of looked up to when I was younger, wanted to make no-look passes like Magic, wanted to get on the break and be the Showtime like Magic. And now it's all come to fruition. So, I mean, he's talking about the historical franchise and the championship franchise and Magic Johnson and blah, blah, blah.
He wants to be here day to day. He wants to work with Magic Johnson. He wants to be a mogul. That's the answer. And to me, that's still confusing for me because I totally understand it if he's, you know, basically any other player besides LeBron James. Because LeBron James, you still have things on the basketball court to achieve, and I just don't understand why he doesn't go, hey, everybody's critical of me and my finals record. Why don't I go somewhere and be like, look, just like people are saying, this Cavs organization didn't surround me with enough. I'll go somewhere that has slightly more, and I'll beat the Warriors. I'll do it because I'm LeBron James. If he had gone to Houston, they'd have done it. Like the idea that he's going to go to LA, it's sort of waving the white flag. It's sort of saying, cool, it's a Warriors league, but I'll be here making a bunch of money.
If you had a gun to my head, though, I'd say the Lakers make the Western Conference Finals next year.
Yeah, I agree with you because LeBron going there makes maybe them better than the Rockets. But it all comes down to now, do they make the Western Conference Finals? Well, I guess then if the Warriors finish 1 and the Rockets finish 2 and the Lakers finish 3 or 4, like maybe, but not if they face the Warriors in the second round. Right? It all depends on how it all works out seeding wise. But I agree with you. He makes the Lakers a Western Conference finalist, but he makes the Rockets the champs. And to me, that was...
You mean the Warriors?
No, he makes the Rockets the champs if he had gone there. He makes... by going to the Lakers, he makes them a conference finalist. By going to the Rockets, he makes them the champs.
I gotcha. Okay.
If they make all their moves they made this summer, instead of Melo, they get LeBron.
He came to a better team, though. Better roster.
You think he came to a better roster with the Lakers than with the Rockets?
Than with the Cavs.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But now he's in the West with the Rockets.
Yeah.
And also, the big overwhelming thing is people here, Lakers fans, there are Lakers fans. There are Lakers fans.
You're going to love this.
That don't like you.
You're going to love this, by the way. I saw, speaking of, let's put this in air quotes, Lakers fans. I saw on some dudes, like Toyota Corolla or whatever it was, I saw a Lakers sticker and a flag the other day. You could you can tell if a sticker's been there or if it's new.
Yeah.
You could 100%, I thought of you, Prano. You could 100% tell that his Lakers sticker had just been put on within the last week or two.
Yeah.
And there was a flag, and I thought, guarantee that was just put on too. It's like, here they come out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Those diehard Los Angeles Lakers fans. Yeah. Fucking fair weather fucks, man.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why it's still, I mean, I understand why LeBron came. I just don't understand. Like, I understand why he did it. I just don't understand how that was the most valuable thing to him.
Yeah.
Being a fucking mogul. But, like, it happened right away. Barbershop's going to be on HBO starting next month or whatever.
Well, he's got a lot, with his uninterrupted, can't even say it, company. He's got a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts going on there.
And maybe he knows. Maybe he knows his body can't keep it up. Maybe he's downshifting. Maybe. I think he's proven everything he's got to prove, but a lot of people don't. And to me, like as an athlete, as a competitor, I'd be like, oh, I'll show you motherfuckers. Who wants a championship? Philly? Houston? Like, let's go.
Okay, me versus LeBron. Savage Town Pool game of horse on that hoop that we made. You give me any shot?
No.
None?
Zero.
None?
Zero. I don't give you a shot if you...
Can I give LeBron a letter? Can I give him an H?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you see how small the ball... LeBron's hands are probably 3 times the size of my hands.
Probably. He'd figure it out pretty quick, though.
You giving me no shot?
No.
You giving yourself a shot?
No.
On a pool?
I've seen how this works. It's funny. I went over to my friend Dave Briggs' place one time. Dave Briggs is the degenerate gambler. He's always been a degenerate gambler. His kid had a little Fisher Price basketball hoop out back, right? And so Dave's like, let's play a little horse for $1, buck a horse. And he beats me in horse. And then he's like, $5. I'm like, cool. From then on, like, I think I walked out of there with $200. Like, I was like, it took me 5 minutes to acclimate. I'm just a better athlete than you. I figured it out. Like, I have better hand-eye coordination, I have better skills. It's like, you beat me while you were you've been sitting here playing basketball with your kid for 2 weeks. I came over, it took me 5 minutes, I lost $1. I literally think I left there with $2 one day playing Fisher Price fucking horse in the backyard. Like, yeah, maybe you get a letter on LeBron, then he'd fucking get acclimated, and then it'd be over. And also, no, I think he would beat us 1-on-4 in pool volleyball.
1-on-4.
Yeah. I mean, the wingspan alone.
Yeah, but you're in the water, man. It's a lot different.
I seen Bron jumping into the water in the fucking Cayman Islands or wherever his decision thing was.
I would take us 1-on-4.
I wouldn't.
21? Are we playing a normal volleyball game?
Do you see when I got out there how long just my reach affected? He's 6'9", bro.
You were discussed yesterday, by the way. The mayor brought you up to some of the people we're playing with. He's like, man, I wish Prano was here, but in a way I don't. He's like, last week, his reach, he had hit one in the water, then he reached up. He's like, his roots are so goddamn short, he can't, he's got no fucking reach. He's like, Joe was in the water, then out of nowhere, he described it. He goes, it was like a claw coming out of the water, and Joe hit it again and scored on me.
Now LeBron has 5 inches on me.
1-on-4 though?
No way. Yeah. I mean, just think about his vertical. How would you hit it over him? That whole, like, we're going to go to the back area? He's like, I'm going to ruin your life. Do not put it up that high.
I want LeBron to come down to the Savage Town pool to take part in this.
Yeah. Well, unless there's a TV show that he can produce while he's here, I don't think he's coming.
That's the show. No one's probably asked LeBron to play pool horse or pool volleyball.
Yeah. Everybody tweet at LeBron, get him down here for some pool volleyball.
Do you know how many views that would get?
Yeah.
Like, LeBron, no offense, bro, the whole barbershop thing, it's been done multiple times.
Yeah.
You playing pool volleyball against a bunch of fucking white guys who live next to the beach, that's never been done before.
Nope.
In fact, I have some of the contacts at Uninterrupted. Maybe I should email them that today. That's my pitch.
Be like the real goat would be there. Not my goat.
I'm not a goat. All right, let's talk a little baseball, Prano.
Okay.
I got to talk about my boy Pete Rose.
Okay. What's Pete Rose up to?
Well, the headline says, Pete Rose says baseball sucks now. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is this angry old white guy?
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right. Let's get to the quotes. Pete Rose said, I'm going to argue with baseball until the day I die. Well, no shit. He went on to say, that baseball is juiced. Talking about now. I don't care what anybody says. They'll say it's not, which they'll have to. I saw a ball bounce behind the dugout the other day in Anaheim, and it bounced into the second deck. Now there's something going on there. I saw Bryce Harper break his bat in half and hit a 420-foot home run in New York. That just doesn't happen. I know the ballparks are small. It just seems to me that everybody who plays baseball today is a potential home run hitter. Then he goes on to say, the number of ballparks is a joke to pitch in. It's not really fair, to be honest with you. You think of Camden Yards, Cincinnati, Houston is a joke. They're world champions, but it's a joke to pitch there. Colorado, Arizona. Pete Rose.
Well, I agree with him in some respects, but he and look, do I know that they haven't made like slight adjustments to the baseball? And that's always something like we've had years where it's like, oh, the baseballs were being made here, and now they're being made here, and they're acting different. Do I think that the baseballs are juiced? I do not. I do not think that the baseballs are juiced. Now, consider the fact that players are bigger and stronger.
Sure.
A guy like Pete Rose literally doesn't exist now.
Yes.
Add that the pitchers are bigger and stronger, so they're providing more velocity. And there was always guys who were throwing hard, but now more guys are throwing hard. So, if your fourth starter who it doesn't have that much control is now throwing 95, and then you're a big fucking, muscled out power hitter and you hit the ball, it's going to go farther. Also,
the ballparks is important.
I also agree 100%. Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Houston, Fenway, Yankee Stadium, all those ballparks. Yeah, Coors, absolutely, positively should be factored in. Camden Yards, like you said. I mean, just the idea that people are talking about Chase Utley's Hall of Fame thing. It's like, dude, the gaps in Philadelphia it's a fucking bandbox. It is not like the fact that he has 1,800 hits but he has 240 whatever home runs. Like, yeah, because he's Mr. Long Flyout in any ballpark but Philadelphia or Cincinnati or Yankee Stadium or wherever. Oh, Chase Utley hit 5 homers in a World Series that was played in Philadelphia and Yankee Stadium. This is not rocket science.
But they played the Yankees when they won the World Series?
No, when they lost the World Series.
Oh, gotcha.
He hit 5 home runs in the series they lost against the Yankees.
Ah. Because they beat Tampa to win, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
so. Yeah. I got to read his last comments because this you would know more about this. Then he talks about the pitching inside. He said, I probably would have been kicked out of every game by the 3rd or 4th inning. If I was a pitcher, you couldn't pitch inside. I don't know who these geniuses are who keep wanting to change these rules in baseball. Fans every once in a while like a fight at the ballpark. Instead of helping somebody up, kick dirt on him.
Yeah, that's pretty Pete Rose. It's pretty on brand.
So, like, in the old days, they didn't ever pitch inside like that?
They didn't?
No, what's he saying there? Basically, if they did, there was a fight?
Yeah, that guys pitched inside. That was like part of the game is you threw inside at guys, and then if you brushed
that's
somebody
what he's
back,
saying.
Yeah,
okay,
you brush somebody back, then you'd fight. And nowadays, like these guys are being allowed to pitch inside, and no one's doing anything about it. Like, like for example, the Syndergaard's getting thrown out of games for, fucking throwing behind a guy.
Yeah,
he's saying guys throw inside at me, then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna charge them out. I'm gonna do whatever.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, we got to get to this batting practice attire weird story.
Yeah.
Because was Schiavelli texting us about this?
Yeah.
So a lot of people actually DM'd us about this.
Right.
So the Braves announcers went off about the outfits that the Dodgers were wearing
during batting practice.
And I have the clip.
Okay. Let's play it. I'm so excited for the good headphones.
So I have the baby headphones because those fit me. Yeah, let's see what they what they said. To be honest, I haven't actually listened to it. I think this is the clip, but let me pull this up. This is
the clip.
This is from Joe Simpson and Chip Carey. All right, here's the clip.
You know that I grew up in the Dodger organization and certainly was taught how to play professional baseball and do things the right way. I want you to look at some things that were going on today in batting practice here with the Dodgers. What do you see? T-shirts. You see Chase Utley with no socks and pants up over his knees. T-shirts. This was prevalent with their whole team. And I think about fans that come to SunTrust Park who are Dodgers fans and want to see their players. They had no idea who any of them were. Nobody had any kind of uniform or batting practice shirt on with their name on their jersey. They looked very unprofessional. And I think I can say this because I know what the Dodger organization was all about.
There's the bunt. It is perfect.
But if I were a Dodger fan, I'd be embarrassed. And I don't know how Major League Baseball allows such attire when the gates are open and fans are watching. Chase Utley, I've had nothing but respect for him his whole career. I think he's a great player, and I thought he always played the game the right way. That was an embarrassment what he had on today during batting practice.
Yeah, when you think of all the merchandising that Major League Baseball does with their practice uniforms and the batting practice jerseys, I'm with you. Why not Well, it's called a uniform for a reason.
You know that I
All right, Joe.
So my thoughts on this are it's sort of split. Let me start by saying these guys are being old dipshits.
Old, unfun white guys.
Yeah. They're being old dipshits because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't it is not an embarrassment. And the idea that people are coming to the ballpark and not knowing anybody that's at the ballpark 2.5 hours early to watch batting practice. If you're a Los Angeles Dodgers fan that lives in Atlanta and you showed up to the away ballpark 2.5 hours early to watch batting practice, you know who Justin Turner is.
But I love that. I love the guy who mistakes Justin Turner for Yasiel Puig.
Also, back in the day, you go to ballpark for batting practice. They're wearing the light pullover over their batting practice jersey. The Yankees don't have numbers. The Yankees don't have names on the back of their jersey. Are you telling me that there's people who don't know which one's Derek Jeter or which one's Aaron Judge? Which one's Aaron Judge? He's the 6'7" one. How was I supposed to know? Now, conversely, I coached baseball for a long time. This past spring was the first time in 10 years that I have not coached a high school varsity baseball team. Would my baseball team ever dress like that for batting practice? Pre-game? 100% no. Never. 0% chance. If somebody came out dressed like Chase Utley, I would laugh at them. I'd say, go find your uniform before I cut you from this baseball team, because where are your socks? I wouldn't let guys dress like that for practice. In practice, we had a rule. You came in pants, baseball pants, cleats, and our team hat with a shirt on, unless we as the coaches sent a text earlier in the day and said it's a shorts day. Oh, it's going to be hot. We're just taking batting practice. We're not going to be doing fielding drills. We're not going to be doing anything where you need to slide. Then you can come in shorts. You need expressed written consent from me to wear shorts. The idea that a lot of teams take batting practice pregame, obviously, that my team would ever be out there in anything besides baseball pants, a batting practice jersey, or a batting practice t-shirt, property of the Los Angeles Dodgers, or some sort of warm-up jacket with a hat, 0% chance. 0.
Yeah, but we've both been critical of the NFL, how strict they are with their uniform policy and the cleats, and even in their pregame. To me, it sounds like then you have a different. Then you do agree in a way with how the NFL is.
No,
saying how you would treat.
Wear any, if you were.
But you're not. But you're saying
if you want to wear Air Jordan sneaker, cleats, wear Air Jordan cleats. If you want to wear wristbands or a sleeve, if you want to wear a headband under your hat. But to me, when you're playing baseball, guys come out there in warm-ups in football, they're not in uniform. They're not in helmets. They're not in shoulder pads. They're usually in shorts and t-shirts and whatever. Now, when they come back out for a pregame warm-up where everybody's stretching, where everybody's running through their offensive sets down at the goal line, where everybody's doing that, and they're all in uniform, They have helmets on. They have shoulder pads on. They have pants on. They're ready to go for game time. That's essentially batting practice. I understand that it's that super pregame, but to me, you're out there, you're taking batting practice. You're not doing it in shorts. You're doing it in baseball gear because you're taking batting. That's just what it is. This is relatively new. No teams, they're right in that you don't see this a lot.
This isn't common.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't care. Great for the Dodgers. If Dave Roberts doesn't have a problem with it, then I don't have a problem with it. If the Dodgers organization doesn't have a problem with it, then I don't have a problem with it. As a manager, would my guys do it? No. as a manager, are the San Francisco Giants coming out like that? I have no idea. Are the Mets coming out like that? I don't know idea. Is Terry Francona's Indians in uniform? That's on him. I can guarantee you Buck Showalter's Orioles aren't, but that's on you. Like, that's on Dave Roberts. It's completely and 100% up to him.
I was actually most surprised that you haven't brought up the announcer commenting how Chase Utley's been nothing but a class act his whole career.
Yeah.
I was ready for you to be like, class act?
Right.
He killed my boy's legs.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, the idea that this guy who is not just my guy, but the hundreds of filthy, trying to injure other people's lives. Oh, you thought Chase Utley wouldn't show up in capri pants? Well, you haven't been watching. Like, he's the fucking goddamn worst. But this is on Dave Roberts. Now, the thing is, you're also setting yourself up for, what if the Dodgers don't win the World Series again this year? What if the Dodgers now have Manny Machado and the Dodgers have everything? The Dodgers have it all fucking laid out. And what have I been critical with about the Dodgers?
The playoff coaching decisions.
I've been critical mostly
of Dave Roberts.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So if the one maybe hole, maybe one chink in your armor is your manager, and your manager is the guy who's letting guys go out there and whatever, it's like, do you really need to draw more attention to the one thing that people might be questioning about this team? But I don't care as a Dodger. If I was a Dodger fan, I don't care. If as a baseball fan, I don't care if the Dodgers want to look like this, they look like this. But like I said, on the opposite side, no baseball team I ever coached would look like that.
Well, you and I are going to go to Chicago for a dirtball meetup next month.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited about. And we're going to go see the White Sox play wherever they play now.
Yep.
Comiskey.
We're calling it Comiskey.
Can we just call it Comiskey?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to Wrigley. And we're going to get there for batting practice, and we're going to get those tickets on SeatGeek, Joe Prano.
Absolutely. And SeatGeek, you might even be able to get our comedy show tickets on SeatGeek.
Yeah, you might be able to. That's a good point.
SeatGeek for White Sox, Cubs, the entire Dirtball Midwest meetup, the 2018 fall meetup.
And I was also looking on SeatGeek last night. I think I'm going to go see the Symphony play Star Wars music at the Hollywood Bowl. And you know how I knew about that? My barber, Trippy, tipped me off to that.
I think I need to see you and Trippy there together.
But Trippy's taking his son.
Well, you should take his other son, his white son. It's like, yo, fool. This is when Luke loses his hand, fool. Kind of getting emotional, dog.
Trippy was very excited because I informed Trippy. I was like, if you go to the Hollywood Bowl to see the Star Wars concert, you got to get those tickets on SeatGeek, because you get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. And guys, that goes for everyone listening as well. Just download the SeatGeek app and enter promo code DIRTY today. That's promo code DIRTY for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. SeatGeek, life's an event. We have the tickets, so take advantage of that. And like Joe said, we're going to be using SeatGeek for the White Sox and Cubs game. And we have had people slide into our DMs about those games.
Great.
We have not bought tickets yet, FYI. But if you want to use SeatGeek promo code DIRTY, maybe hook some brothers up.
Yeah. As long as you're not a super creep, we'll sit with you. Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, what are the odds of somebody not being a super creep?
I don't know. I sat with CT up in Seattle. It was a very pleasant experience.
Odds of a dirtball being a super creep with us sitting with them in a game. I mean, 1 out of 2. Is it that high?
I would say, yeah.
Would you consider?
I'd say at least 1 out of 3.
The move from Fat Jason Kidd, was that super creep?
Watch Prano watch baseball.
You would identify that as super creep? Yes or no?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I mean, it was great.
I mean, the only reason we knew there was a dirtball there is because I turned around and the one set of eyes was just staring at me.
Wearing a Bill Walton shirt.
Yeah.
That's a great hashtag. Watch Prano watch baseball.
I think I'm going back up at the end of August for some more Giants Mets games at AT&T. So keep that on your radar too. Right before we go to Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
But I highly recommend. Well, if you're on the West Coast, definitely try to go to that series. But if you're anywhere besides the West Coast, you got to get to that Midwest meetup. Just even hanging out with the few dirt balls that came out this weekend. It's like I love the turntness of dirt balls. I love how turnt everybody is.
They're
and
very avid.
And it's great when I go up. Literally, for some reason, there was dirt balls at 3 of the 5 shows this weekend, and every time they got seated like right along the pathway on the way up, and like so every time I was doing the walk up, it was like I was walking out. I'm like high-fiving people, fist bumping, like waving to somebody going like, "No, chill." It's great. So I can't wait to see how many of you guys come out to Chicago. Chicago is gonna be lit. Like I hate to go full Ruther, but it's gonna be lit, fam.
It is.
Yeah. Some fucking Chinese or some Chicago, I should say. I don't know why I said Chinese. CH. Some Chicago like beef sandwiches, some fucking sausage.
Now, will you do
Midwest beers?
Will you do the Chicago deep dish pizza?
Yeah, I love deep dish.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I know how you New Yorkers are.
I mean, I'm a deep dish kind of guy. Like
it's like a meal.
Yeah, I like Sicilian pizza, which is like New York style deep dish. Like
yeah,
the square. So deep dish, I like a heavy crust. I'm down.
You fucks with it?
I fucks with pretty much all pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Although that new pizza on the Venice Pier, 7-Eleven, you hit it on the fucking head with that.
I mean, it's just sitting in like the warming thing. It's like thick and weird. And like the thick with like the heavy, like all that heavy cheese, I don't need that.
Yeah. I know, man. My eventual goal, and I need to make a lot of money. We need to open a pizza spot, like on Main Street in Santa Monica or something.
I don't know. I mean, Abbott's is pretty good.
Yeah, but Abbott's is in Venice.
Yeah.
Dude, think about it. All those.
I'm trying to open a deli. I'm trying to open a proper New York deli.
Where at? Like, where would you want to open it at?
Literally anywhere. Like somewhere on Lincoln, maybe. A little couple parking spots. Like, remember where Talking Stick used to be?
What would you say is a proper New York deli around
A proper
here?
New York. No, I've never been in one in California. I've never been in a proper New York deli. The closest thing we have is the sandwich spot right here.
Bellissimo?
Yeah, but that's like gourmet shit. And
it's good.
Yeah, but I don't need gourmet shit. I need like coffee. So here's what's in a proper New York deli. You walk in, there's a rack of chips, right? There's a cooler full of, sodas, iced teas, all that shit, all your drinks, right? Then you got a freezer with some like good humor shit, some ice cream, Then you got you maybe got some some packaged baked goods. Then you just got a deli. Sandwich, fucking any sandwich you want. There's no menu. You just make your own sandwich. Then they got like hot meatballs, hot chicken parm, some like whatever. Any like the pre-made hot food, chicken parm, meatballs, sausage and peppers sitting in there. You got a grill cooking bacon, egg, and cheeses in the morning.
With all the East Coast transplants living in Los Angeles, how does that not exist?
I don't know. I'm going to open it. I'm going to call it Proper Deli. And then you'll be like, what's the deal? I'm going to be like, this is what a proper deli looks like. I come in, I get my breakfast sandwich, and then I get you to wrap an Italian combo for me for lunch. I get chips, the soda, I put it in a cooler, I close it up. I got my breakfast, I'm eating it with my coffee. I got my lunch for later.
Dude, I'm getting hungry just hearing this.
I know.
Damn.
When I was in New York, I went to like a million proper delis. I went to Buetti's in Bedford Hills. Went to Bridgehampton Deli out in the Hamptons. Fuck, man. Proper deli.
I like the name of that. Proper deli.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the market or the target audience customer for this.
Everybody that's ever lived in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut that moves out here that then like goes and waits in a line of cars at Bay Cities for an Italian combo that's like 7.5 out of 10. Y'all make you a fucking 10 out of 10. Hire a couple Mexicans. I'll be like, guys, this is how you make an Italian combo. Go. Some shredded lettuce, oil and vinegar, salt, pepper.
There's a really, and it's not a deli, but it's a sandwich shop. God, I don't know the name of it. There's a really, and I mean, dude, like it's New York. All the shit you're naming, they have a lot of that. But it's in the Valley.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something like it in the Valley.
There's a few in the Valley. There's one that's really good. Everything you're saying as far as the type of different meats and sandwiches you can get. But yeah, dude, I always say around here, Main Street, right, with all the bars in Santa Monica, there's no, outside of Holy Guacamole, which I think is open till 3 a.m., there's no, but that's a Mexican joint. There's no just late night, I'm going to get a slice of pizza or some shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn rent's too expensive.
The rent is too damn high.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little NFL, Prano. What do we got here? What do we got going on in the NFL these days?
Well, just to cover one thing that we talked about in the NFL yesterday, I do want to shout out. Hold on, let me find it.
You mean last episode?
Yeah. What did I say?
You said yesterday. It's all good.
Sorry, last episode. I want to shout out the ludicrous Duke fan for life at AML6609, who was, surprise, surprise, a faceless Twitter account. He has Joel Embiid in a Carolina Panthers jersey.
Wait, who is this?
He's Duke fan for life at AML6609. He, after I made the request that anybody that has, an explanation about the anthem, why do you care, hit me up. So he started with, bottom line.
Let me see this.
So he started with, bottom line, it costs the NFL money. To which I replied, the NFL made more money last year than they've ever made before. And then he came back with, those TV deals have been set in place for a long time. To which I replied, Thursday Night Football just signed a new deal this offseason after the anthem scandal.
Biggest Thursday night
deal ever.
Yes.
Then he came back with, that's just inflation. To which I linked to a Forbes article that says the revenue in the NFL is actually growing at a higher rate than inflation. That was his 3 strikes, and he was out. Now, he kept... Wait
a second. Hold on a second. Real quick before you continue. I just love you're battling with somebody called Duke fan for life.
Which is funny because the explanation... I can tell you one thing for sure. He's not a Duke fan because he went to Duke. That's for sure. Because holy shit, he was not making. Then it was, if you wanna fucking work for a private company, then I was like, I already covered this. Building the stadiums with public money, not a private company. To continue on, like if you want to wear a MAGA hat to your office, you might get fired for that. Oh, actually, that would probably be illegal. And so literally every single thing he came up with completely wiped out of the water. They're not making as much money. They're making the most money ever. It's because of inflation. Here's an article that says it's not because of inflation. It's hurting their bottom line. Their TV deal that they just signed is every little thing. So nice try, Duke fan for life. You took the L pretty awfully, to be honest, too. Like literally everything you came up with, it was like not true. Not true. Not true. I was putting big red X's next to it. So if anybody else out there wants to take a shot at the anthem issue and tell me why this should be a fucking thing that we're still talking about, why anybody cares about players taking a knee, I'd prefer it if you're an actual person that has an actual face and an actual name on Twitter. But honestly, if you want to be a faceless troll and take 3 strike L's, go for that too. But I'm still waiting for somebody to come up with it. And let's talk about the things that he covered that you should definitely avoid saying. They're not making money. They're losing money off it. False. That they're only making money because of inflation. False. That it's going to hurt their TV deals. False. That these are private companies. False. You got to stick with facts, people. Stick with facts and come into my mentions because I want it. I want a hero. I want a white knight holding a sword. I want somebody to make the fucking argument. I'm hearing, this is what everybody's telling me, at least 50% of the population is offended by this. Well, where are you all and what are you all offended about? Why are you watching these guys and not watching the fucking flag? And tell me one reason that it's affected the league negatively besides the bullshit you make up. TV ratings are down 25%. False. Use a link. I said a Forbes link. You want to come with facts? Bring facts. I'm bringing facts. Highest revenue ever. Biggest Thursday night TV deal ever. Growing at a higher rate than inflation. Bring facts. I'm here. I want it. Come at me.
I just decided as I watched that rant, you can handle all these faceless trolls for me because this is my entertainment.
Yeah, it was incredible. Guys like, well, actually, those TV deals were signed years ago. Well, except the one that was just signed. That's the biggest Thursday night TV deal ever. I thought Thursday night football sucked, and I thought people were boycotting because of the anthem.
You know what would be a fun show? I just thought of this.
Just like debate team.
Yeah. No, but hold on. But
Me versus avatars.
Yeah. But it kind of like that. But no. But here's my twist. So if you turn on like CNN or Fox News or all these stupid fucking shows where you have 1,000 people arguing, you can never understand who's talking. It's ridiculous. To me, it's bad TV.
Yeah.
You have 7 people arguing over what Trump said. It's not good TV. What if we had a show where, whether it was you or maybe just the faceless trolls argued, so you bring them onto TV, right? But you don't show their face. Like you use some sort of technology where like this guy, Duke fan for life, he's sitting in a studio, but his face is covered with
Joel Embiid.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's what I have, right? Here's my addition to this. So it's me, right?
Okay.
I'm at a podium, like I'm a lawyer arguing, and Joel, like a CGI Joel Embiid in a Carolina Panthers jersey is at a podium, and its mouth is moving in an argument. And after this guy takes 3 straight hard L's,
he has to reveal himself.
The CGI comes down, and this guy who's wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat in his mom's basement while he eats bagels bites is revealed.
Whoa!
So you come
We're
on
onto a show here.
This is on as a faceless troll, but when you take the L with your false claim about revenue, with your false claim about these TV deals being signed years ago, with your false claim about inflation, after you go 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the closet. You're no longer Joel Embiid. You are Daryl Douchebag from North Carolina who lives in his mom's basement and eats bagel bites.
I really like this idea. Troll battle.
Yeah.
We'll call it troll battle. Every week, new trolls battle you, or we could do different people.
Sure.
I mean, if you didn't want to be on every week.
No, I'll have Merriman on battling his trolls about San Diego.
I'd love to host.
Yeah.
So I'm impartial.
Judge Judy.
Yeah, I just become the host.
Judge Droopy.
And every week somebody battles a troll. And I love this. Maybe if we could somehow do it live, or maybe if it's a YouTube show. I mean, YouTube Red now is blowing up, where the audience gets to vote who won the argument.
Yeah.
And like you said, if they lose, the faceless troll has to reveal themselves. But what happens if the person arguing who, like, let's say the celebrity or comedian, what do they have to do if they lose?
I don't know, whatever the shitty fucking troll wants them to do, wear a "Make America Great Again" hat, or fucking salute the flag or something, or some, whatever that is in regards to the issue. Wear a Dwight Howard jersey, present a trophy to Mike Budenholzer as Eastern Conference Coach of the Year.
I think we're on this. I literally think we just came upon a show. And I don't know if it would be called Troll Battle or whatever it'd be called.
Yeah.
I'd watch that shit.
Troll Trial.
I'd totally watch that shit.
I'd watch it too. I'd watch it so when fucking Duke fan for life was 3 points into his argument, all have exploded on him.
See, this is the next move.
And it would be just like, playing, remember fucking, what was the one with the whammies? Remember no whammy, big bucks, no whammies,
Yeah.
press your luck? It'd be like, when he made a point, and I go, well, actually, we just signed the Thursday night deal 3 months ago. It's the biggest ever. It would go, and it'd be like 2 strikes. You're down to 1 more strike before you have to reveal yourself, troll. You're going to need a massive comeback. And then he goes, well, it's actually just growing because of inflation. Ooh, Darren Rovell tweeted this Forbes article. That is a big 3rd strike. Take down that mask, son.
Oh, dude, you know how many people would watch just for the reveal? Because every week it would either be a fat, unattractive person, but you never know. Like, that person could be a 14-year-old dumb kid.
Right.
Or a 46-year-old man.
Yeah.
Who's just fat and fucking gross.
He's like, worst idea ever. This show has really backfired on me. can't believe that inflation thing. I should have Googled it. Wait, they signed a TV deal this offseason? Well, talk about your all-time backfires.
I will do your show as long as it includes free bagel bites.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting story that I've been following and you've been following. Is it Roquan?
Yeah.
Roquan Smith, who was drafted 8th overall by the Bears, rookie linebacker, he is holding out, but he's holding out for something we've never seen before. It involves the new, what do you call it?
Like lowering your helmet rule?
Yeah, the new lowering your helmet rule, tackle rule. So basically, he's holding out because he doesn't want to. His contract, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Prano. He wants insurances that the team would not go after. This is what his agent from CAA says. They want assurances that the team would not go after any of Smith's guaranteed money if he was suspended under the new rule.
Right.
So this is all interesting.
Well, I feel like this is something that's going to have to come. This is going to come into play for this helmet rule. We haven't made a deal with the Players Association, so we're going to fine you if you kneel kind of rule. Anything where these guys are going to be able to, potentially suspend players. And then when you get suspended, you're usually suspended without pay. And now everybody's doing the guaranteed money because NFL players and their agents have become smarter. And they're like, if my contract's not guaranteed, I need as much of the money up front as possible.
Sure.
And honestly,
I think it's a smart play.
Yeah. You know what the answer is, though? You know what the answer for all of this is? The NFL Players Association should be fighting to guarantee players money. Especially, they should be using this anthem issue. Because if they don't want them kneeling, I can assure you that with very few exceptions, guys would be like, look, if this league's going to actually pay me my money that they agree upon and won't be able to just cut me at the drop of a hat and maybe give us medical after some of my brain's exploding and I'm thinking about killing myself and my entire family because of fucking, brain trauma that I have medical services, I'll stand for the anthem. You know why the NFL won't do that? Because has had zero effect on them so far. Despite what everybody claims, they're not losing money. They're making more money than they've ever made. So they are in a great position to say, fuck you. We don't have to guarantee your money. So now these players have to take it into their own hands and say, fine, I'm writing it into my personal contract. And good for him. They're going to find loopholes of ways to find players without going through the Players Association. Then the players are going to find loopholes to get their guaranteed money without going through the fucking owners.
Yeah, it is
smart.
It's a very smart move. And you're right. We'll definitely see more of this. And good for the players because if the money's not guaranteed, like you said, every dollar counts. And we are seeing more of this. We just saw it. It just happened in the last hour. Sam Darnold signed a 4-year deal, $30 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Which, he could be a complete bust. He could be a Ryan Leaf. I'm not saying he is, but he could be. He walks away with $30 million. He's set for life.
Yeah.
Basically. I like this. I like this move, though. I really do.
Too. The NFL. I've been very critical of the NFL. It's something that's been piling up now for a while. Like, I know forever you were like, Goodell, but it's like these owners they're just making decisions that straight up short-term fucking disasters. And it's like, they're not thinking about the long-term consequences. Like, why would anybody play this game? Like, these guys have to feel some sense of security. They don't feel a sense of physical security. They don't feel a sense of financial security. They don't feel a sense of personal security in terms of what they can say and what they can do. The only thing an NFL player feels secure about is that if they do something deviously criminal, their team will probably help them try to cover it up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the only time.
If they're good.
That's the only time when the teams really seem to have their players back is if they do something against the law.
If they're a really good player.
Yeah.
I mean, Dak Prescott now, this is a black starting quarterback in the NFL, an MVP candidate a couple years ago. He's now trashing people that are like kneeling for the anthem because he's a cowboy. It's like, man, this is getting fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where it heads. I got to bring up the Jimmy G thing for a quick minute because him going on the date with that porn star got so much attention. I was like, okay, we're not going to talk about it. But then people kept talking about it, and I was actually watching. I was watching our boy Sean Merriman. He was on Fox Sports 1 with whatever the show is with Jason Whitlock and Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
So obviously we like Sean, and Sean's great on our show.
Yeah, it's that show, by the way, is called Ear Aids because that's what you get if you listen to it.
I don't think it's that bad, actually.
I'd rather I can't think of anything I'd rather listen to less than those two fucking douchebags.
You say that, but you'd be surprised at the number of your opinions that you probably share with either of those guys.
Well, Jason Whitlock's fucking team, black guys should be standing for the anthem.
Well, you and Colin Cowherd, your boy, you share more opinions than you think. Anyway, that's not the point. I watched the clip because I saw Sean had retweeted it. So I was like, okay, obviously we love Sean Merriman. He's always a great guest. I want to hear his take. I'm like, they're still talking about this. So I think we should talk about it for a quick second. Basically, those guys all were debating if he's a distraction. You know, like if Jimmy Garappolo taking a porn star on a date to Beverly Hills is a distraction, and Merriman's big thing was like, look, dude, you were a backup before. You can do that shit. You're the franchise guy. They just gave you $130 million. Like, I wouldn't be doing that stuff if I was you.
Didn't he date Tequila? Wasn't she like a reality star turned porn star or a porn star turned reality star?
Well, yeah, Sean did. He was just saying, if I were you, like, whatever. But maybe he's learned. Obviously, he's past that. But I guess my question to you and for us to discuss is it a distraction? Or is it your typical?
First of all,
the media makes it a distraction.
First of all, and I know this is a joke that's been done a million times, but it needs to be said. The porn star title, porn star. What was her name?
I have no clue.
So not a porn star, right? He wasn't dating Jenna Jameson. He wasn't dating Bonnie Rotten. He wasn't dating fucking a porn star. He wasn't dating Sasha Grey. He was dating what? A chick that once got fucked on camera. So who hasn't been fucked on camera right now? Is every Kardashian a porn star? Is Paris Hilton a porn star? Who hasn't? I've seen Kate Upton's tits. Is she a soft porn star? Is Justin Verlander dating a soft porn star? What's a porn star? What like this is a pretty umbrella term we're using, right? So who can and can't he date? I've seen Jennifer Lawrence's tits. Can he date Jennifer Lawrence? Is Justin Verlander a distraction for dating Kate Upton? Like who qualifies and who doesn't qualify? Are Kardashians a distraction? Every fucking athlete's dating a Kardashian.
No, do we agree? I look, I don't think it's that big of a deal. All these guys, all the athletes.
What happened in the good old days when your fucking handsome franchise quarterback could fuck literally whoever he wanted? Giselle. I know what Giselle's tits look like. Is Tom Brady dating a fucking nude model?
Well, I mean, you make a fair point. Is Tom Brady dating an international model a bigger distraction than Jimmy Garappolo taking a chick who does porn on a date in Beverly Hills? Which, by the way, what are you doing with that, bro?
Who cares? Maybe he fucking loves dirty fat chicks.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm not judging that, but but you do know you're taking this girl out in Beverly Hills where you're in LA, man. Paparazzi's everywhere.
Who cares? Maybe he'd give zero fucks.
That's fine, but he's trying to act like, oh, I didn't think this would happen. Of course it would happen.
But why would it happen? She's not famous. Somebody had to fucking research her. We still don't know her name. We're 3 minutes in this conversation. We don't know this chick's name.
I'm gonna look it up.
He didn't take somebody out that anybody knew who she was. Are we sure she does porn?
Yes, we are.
We are? Because you know why people know? Because the guys who fucking shoot paparazzi photos are the guys who watch dirty fucking
Kiara Mia.
no-name porn.
Kiara Mia is her name.
I've literally never heard of her.
You want me to put her into Pornhub right now?
Sure.
Let me make sure the camera's muted.
What was that weird muted?
Did I say it weird?
Sounds like the fucking...
She has some big ass titters. This is her.
Okay.
You don't need to watch videos, do you?
I mean, just press play. Let's see what the situation is here.
Of the pop-up, just instantly.
Is that her?
That's her.
Okay. Is that Jimmy Garappolo's dick?
No, that's somebody else.
I mean, like, I just don't understand. Well, I don't understand what people are judging him about. Somebody's upset that what? Is this like a kid's thing? Like, oh, what's my kid supposed to do? His favorite players, fucking porn stars? Again, it's like, it's a very cloudy issue now, especially in the social media in the modern age. How much more of a porn star is she than Kim Kardashian?
Well, the argument would be that Kim had one sex tape. I put this girl on the Pornhub. There's countless videos.
Well, yeah. If she had done one porn and it had turned her into the biggest star in the world, she probably would have stopped doing porn. I mean, we agree. Do we agree, for one thing? The Kardashians are famous because they followed a blueprint laid out by Paris Hilton. You're a fucking socialite.
Yes.
Get fucked on camera.
Yes.
Get famous.
Yes.
Turn your whole fucking family famous.
Yes.
Make a reality show.
Yes.
You're a fucking porn star. That's what you are. You're not famous. Like, if fucking LeBron James goes into being the host of Barbershop and then he fucking has 20 movies, like, The Rock is a wrestler turned actor. But guess what? There's a reason that you see. You go, did you watch Ballers? It's pretty good. The Rock's in it. Did you see this movie, fucking Skyscraper? The Rock. Why are we calling him The Rock? Because he's The Rock. Not because he's. When is the literal last time you referred to The Rock as Dwayne Johnson? Have you ever said Dwayne Johnson?
I think I actually did recently.
But he's The Rock.
I
right?
usually say The Rock.
Right? He's The Rock. Because that's who he is. He's The Rock. Kim Kardashian is a fucking slut bag that got fucked on camera. She's not a worldwide brand. She's a fucking whore.
But she is a worldwide brand.
She's also a fucking slut that got fucked on camera. That's where she's from. That's what she did. So Jimmy Garappolo, is he allowed to date one of the Kardashians?
Look, we're in agreement on.
Yeah,
I don't care who.
I just think it's ridiculous.
I don't care who Jimmy G dates, and I don't think it matters. At the end of the day, you know my stance on all these athletes.
I don't even watch porn.
Just,
I don't give a fuck.
Just perform on the field. That's always been my argument. That was the problem with Johnny Manziel. I mean, how many times am I going to say it? He didn't perform on the field. That's why Gronk can do all his shit, because when he's on the field, when he's healthy at least, he performs at a high fucking rate. It doesn't matter. Dennis Rodman was a lunatic off the court, dating everybody from Madonna to Carmen Electra to you name it. When Dennis Rodman...
Carmen Electra, famous for being naked.
Yes. When Dennis Rodman, though, was on the court, he was unbelievable. So it didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
To me, that's the whole point of all this. Date who you want to date, bang who you want to bang. Just perform in the field or the court.
Yeah.
And no one gives a shit.
And the whole distraction thing, like, it's just, the distraction thing is like, what isn't a distraction at this point? Like, when, at what time, And who gets a free pass? We talked about it all the time. Like, Antonio Brown was Facebook living from the locker room. They had to have a press conference about it. He got fucking suspended. He got fined, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but he's really good. So no one's talking about that anymore.
Yeah. Man.
It's a social media age. I guarantee you, for a fact, Joe Namath was out with a girl who had been fucked on film. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't know it because you couldn't Google it. You had to go find a fucking.
And I'll take
you got to find a high 8.
I'll take it one step further.
A projector.
The amount of people who've had sex and filmed it. I'm talking the general population. I'd say it's at least 40%. You think that's too high? What percentage of people have you ever tried to film it?
Nope.
I have. I mean, I got a joke about it, you know. I think it's pretty high. And I'm noticing even more with girls about girls are all quick to film it now. They want to film some sex. Maybe it's just the girls I hang out with.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I've always, you know, I've been working in entertainment in some regards since I was 18 years old. This was basically my career path since I got out of high school. I was like, I don't need that shit out there. And Jimmy Garappolo, as far as I know, is not fucking this girl on film. Like, and even if he was, if he's prepared to own it, then he's prepared to own it. I don't need fucking that out there. It's just like, I don't need to deal with that. That's not what I want to fucking. I've told you should make a sex tape. I said you should make a sex tape and put it out. That's on brand for you. Maybe this is what Jimmy Garappolo fucks porn stars. Dope. He owned it. Dope.
You're getting blown up today, bro.
I know.
I want to talk about, before we get to some questions, so drop those questions in YouTube right now, guys, and maybe we'll get to a couple calls. I want to bring up this WNBA thing. It won't die. By the way, ever since our WNBA episode, people love tipping us off to WNBA stuff. And I know it just looks like we're shitting on the league. I guess we are. Shout out to John Cameron Hall for always giving me the inside.
Yeah,
but did you see this latest thing?
Yeah, but again, this
bro,
I need to defend this a little bit. While we have shit on the league, we haven't said anything that's not factually correct. We're not like, they're fucking so dumb. They don't even know which basket to shoot on. Here's video of them not knowing what basket to shoot on. Oh, they don't fucking. It's a fucking losing money operation. Here's proof that the NBA just started releasing their numbers because they've just recently started making money, and even that's not necessarily true. Like,
dude, this is such a bad, especially with how turnt these idiots are defending the league on social media. This is not a good look for them. So the WNBA, I can't even say it, All-Star game was this weekend. The first half started with the team going in the wrong direction after tip-off.
Can I defend the WNBA right now?
Go for it.
Okay, it's an all-star game. People aren't playing with their teammates. They're not playing in their jerseys. They're not playing against jerseys of a team that they play against often. They're in a fucking arena that doesn't belong to necessarily 90% of the people on the floor. Is this a WNBA issue? Like the idea that J.R. Smith would tip off in an NBA game and not know which way to go, completely logical. Now J.R. Smith's not making an all-star game. Let me ask you a question. In the NBA Finals, when both teams were playing they were playing in Golden State, Cavs versus Golden State, a guy not knowing the score, could you imagine dropping J.R. Smith in an all-star game where everybody's wearing a uniform for the first time and it's in an arena painted for all-star colors that he doesn't have any clue what basket to go to? Completely possible. wholly possible.
We agree there.
Yeah.
We agree. But
now the WNBA still sucks.
well, my point was, like I said, at a time when all their women are being vocal about how they deserve more money, that's my point. Is this is not a good look.
Sure.
You can't start the game. I just watched the clip again. My favorite part is the refs are going like this. They're pointing like, no, the basket's over there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's something that would happen with my 6-year-old nephew.
Sure.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But also, I agree with you. J.R. Smith not knowing the score is something that would also happen with my 6-year-old nephew.
Right. I think, like, the fact that it happened in an all-star game is completely logical and whatever. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm sure no one was at that all-star game. And I'm sure it lost money. And I'm sure the basketball, even with the 25 best players in the entire league, was subpar and pretty hard to watch. I'm not shitting on the WNBA for anything other than being like less quality basketball than I would ever watch at any point. Not all that athletic, and basically losing money and costing the league money, the NBA. So.
Okay. Let's bring it back from earlier in the show. Me versus the best WNBA player. Pool game of horse. I bet I'd still lose. I could lose.
Yeah.
Because those girls can shoot.
Sure. But it'd be a little bit, you could also win. I don't even...
The best shooting player in the WNBA.
You probably lose.
Yeah.
But it's not guaranteed. I'm also not sure that, I'm not sure you'd lose to every NBA guy. But you'd lose to, like, the guys who are fucking with it and go, like, I just picked this up fast. You know what I mean?
I think we should, we have the Venice Beach Basketball League.
Yeah.
Which goes on Sundays down here. T.O., Meta World Peace, a bunch of those guys playing it. We should get the Savage Town Pool Basketball League.
But you can just play horse, right? Like, you guys weren't playing, like, games.
No, we were playing horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the volleyball is much more dynamic.
Oh, it is.
Of a sport.
I brought up the Gubbins about comedians playing. I have all the equipment now in here, the net, everything.
Where? In your apartment?
So.
It's in your closet?
Yeah.
Jesus. The Smut Studio has just become a locker.
I need a bigger place. I need to build shelves in that area. I mean, this whole wall is, I've dedicated to dirty sports.
Yeah.
This is what I do for you guys. I dedicate an entire wall. But the dirt balls, no. That's why.
So what did Gubbin say about us playing, like, was this like comedians during the day?
Yeah, I said we're all comedians. I said, what about you, me, Prano, Lachlan, Laz, Gorbos? I mean, maybe there's a lot of West Side comics. Come down to the Savage Town pool, play a little pool volleyball like Friday afternoon or some shit. What do you think?
Yeah. It was my idea. What do you mean, what do I think? What the fuck are you talking about? What did Gubbins say?
Gubbins loved it.
Great.
He's like, if I don't have an audition, you know, those auditions.
Yeah.
You know how everybody is with those auditions. I love when LA people use that. I got an audition, can't make it. Do you? Do you really? Dude, I saw that chick. I put it out on my Instagram story a couple weeks ago. I was in a coffee shop. There's like a little, it's like a bagel shop. It's like a little Noah's Bagels on Marina Del Rey, right on Washington. It's actually a good little spot. I'd never stopped in there.
Where is it on Washington?
It's
I know where it is.
So I stopped in there. There was an Asian woman in there reading her lines for like 45 minutes.
Out loud?
Out loud.
That's weird.
Just sitting in the bagel shop.
I mean, I've had my sides in a restaurant and a coffee shop and whatever to go over, but I'm not reading them out loud.
She's reading them out loud.
Do that shit in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jimmy G took her on a date.
Yeah.
Let's do some, you know what? I want to do some dirtball questions from YouTube.
Great. Did you pick out a couple winners, or you're just gonna run them right now?
No, I got a bunch right now. You want to fire through?
Let's do it. Dirtball YouTube comments.
But before we do that, Joe, I want to say Are we both rocking the same, or are these different Flag and Anthem shorts?
I believe these are the same shorts. Look at us.
The same
team
shorts?
uniform. These stretchy navy shorts.
Love these shorts.
I packed these in my bag to go down to San Diego all weekend, and I didn't wear them. And then I got home, and I was like, oh, they pair so nicely with my navy light blue white striped shirt.
It's a good looking shirt too.
This is a hot look that I had in my bag for San Diego, but didn't get to pull it out. So I figured I'd pull it out fresh for the Dirty Sports Podcast. Get my Flag and Anthem on.
That's right, guys. You can look just as good as Joe. Go to flagandanthem.com and drop promo code DIRTY at checkout. It gets you 25% off your first order. Guys, that is a good deal. You spend $100, it only costs you $75, guys. So go to flagandanthem.com right now, drop promo code DIRTY. You can look just as good as us. And I'll tell you what, I was talking about I can't say it enough. I was talking about it with the mayor last night. He's like, dude, your outfits, he was saying this to me. He goes, it's a different person.
Yeah.
He goes, Andy at the pool 2 years ago versus now.
I mean, do you remember cargo shorts, Andy?
Dude, we were looking at my.
You were like defending cargo shorts. There was a time where you were defending your cargo shorts. By the way, Flag and Anthem has cargo shorts,
and they look good.
Are you going to get back into the cargo short game now that they're brand approved?
No, I like these stretchy, like you said, these like stretchy. Shorts.
So I did something back in the day. I'm bringing back an old idea. So back in the day, if you sent me one of our sponsors on Snapchat, I'd follow you on Snapchat. But guess what? Snapchat is dead. I'm putting the nail in the coffin. It's dead. It's over. Snapchat ruined Venice, and then they bailed. And that update that they did was garbage. I think I deleted Snapchat off my phone. I haven't been on Snapchat in God knows how long. It's all about the Instagram now.
That's
it's
right.
all about the gram. If you send me a direct message of you, or just tag me in the photo of you wearing Flag and Anthem gear on Instagram, I'll follow you back.
You know what? I'll do the same.
But I need to see it. Not the order. I need to see you rocking that fresh gear.
2 for the price of 1. I'll do a little different. Show me the order. I'll follow you.
Show you the order. You get Ruther. Show me you wearing it. You got no chill.
Flagandanthem.com, promo code DIRTY. Again, 25% off. All right, let's get to some questions. We got a lot of good questions today. All right, Prano, we'll start off with a baseball one from Robbie Grill. Who had a better career, Ryan Sandberg or Chase Utley? I've seen this discussed a lot lately.
I'd have to look at I'd have to look closer at their numbers, but I know Chase Utley's numbers now from the Chase Utley argument. So let me just look up Ryan Sandberg. I want to say Ryan Sandberg, but let me confirm for you. I'll let you know. I mean, as a baseball fan, I would say just like, the eye test of just watching both the guys play, I'd say Ryan Sandberg, but let's go to Wikipedia because that comes.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna
285, right? So higher average, 2,386 hits, so 500 more hits, 282 homers, more homers. I mean, this isn't even what the fuck are we talking about? 10-time All-Star. He was the NL MVP in '84. He's a 9-time. That's not even close.
Yeah, end this conversation.
That's not even close.
Done.
It's Ryan Sandberg.
Okay.
Ryan. Not Ryan.
But I didn't know that until I was like 20. I literally thought it was
That's
always.
why it was Rhino. Remember that?
Yeah. When is Cultural Appropriation Day? Good question.
Ooh, yeah. Ohtani's back.
Ohtani is back.
Let's do that soon.
Let's head down to Anaheim.
Let's do that in August.
We will let you guys know. It will happen in August. All right, mowing through these questions. Joe from Drew Pyle. I'm moving to Williamsburg.
Oh.
In 2 months.
Wow.
What's the first spot I need to go eat at?
Ooh, okay. The first spot you need to go eat at. All right. I'm going to give you a couple here so you can decide how you want to do this. First things first. One of the greatest steakhouses in all of the world is called Peter Luger's. And it's right under the Williamsburg Bridge. But here's the thing. It's a expensive, fancy steakhouse. So, I mean, well, first of all, you're moving to Williamsburg in 2018. So I assume you're a fucking millionaire. But just in case you're not a millionaire, if you move in and your parents, decide to give you a welcoming party or whatever, definitely go there and get steak. But here's an even better tip. Every day for lunch before 3 o'clock, you can go get a hamburger at Peter Luger, and it's like $11. And it's the day before's steak ground up in a ground beef. They hate it when you show up and you order a fucking cheeseburger. They hate it. They're like, dude, I thought you were going to sit down and eat a $75 steak. You're eating a cheeseburger. I hate you. But they still serve it, and they serve it so you can fucking order it. So I would go to Peter Luger for steak if somebody else is buying, or for a burger for lunch before 3 o'clock. Also, go to Surf Bar. 2 doors down from the old 131, legendary 131. Sand on the floor, delicious tiki drinks, delicious seafood. Get the chowder, get the ceviche, get the calamari, get the squid salad, the grilled squid salad. Fantastic. And then there's a place, I hope it's still there, called Fet Sao, which is a barbecue place. Delicious pork, just barbecue on a tin tray, and then they have a bourbon selection. Mwah! Delicious.
Right,
and then also go to Bagel Smith for just a bagel in the morning. Bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese, coffee. Boom.
All right.
And go visit my boy at Anna Maria Pizza on Bedford Avenue. He fucking flops open the bag. He said, "For here to stay," and then pop the bag, and then you get your pizza and you're out of there. Cheap pizza.
Man, you really hit that one. All right. The Devil Wears...
and go to the Turkey's Nest right by McCarran Park, not for food, but for frozen margaritas in a styrofoam cup that you can walk out and drink in the park. Do you love drinking frozen margaritas in the park? You should. Go to Turkey's Nest. And they're like 32 ounces.
All right. Next comment from The Devil Wears Supreme. That's an interesting name. You're starting a team, and you have to pick between Carmelo or Dwight Howard. Ooh, who you got?
Right now?
I don't know. He doesn't specify.
Right now, I would pick Dwight Howard, because I think Dwight Howard knows he's not a superstar anymore. At least a little bit. Carmelo Anthony talking about not coming off the bench.
Looks like our old buddy Josh Nelson popped in here.
Yeah.
Josh has a question. He says, I got a question for you. Why are you two so gay?
Classic Josh Nelson question.
Classic. Classic. Hitting us with the gay joke.
So the answer, Josh, as always, nature, not nurture. I was born this way. So.
How much money would it take for you to make out with me? Full tongue.
How much money? I mean, who's paying this money?
Just curious. Dirtballs.
$5,000.
Dude, you would need $5,000 to full tongue kiss me.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm already regretting that I didn't say $10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah.
Why so much?
Why am I selling myself short? Dirtballs are paying for this. You know, Eddie Ift got $65,000 to turn a short bus into a podcast studio. I'm going to fucking tongue kiss you for fucking what? $2,000? $5,000. I could get $5,000 for my Cadillac right now. You think I'd rather sell my car or make out with you?
Make out with me?
I disagree.
Are you saying, you're bringing up Eddie's thing, are you saying that we should do maybe a dirty sports?
No, I'm absolutely not saying we should do that.
Telethon?
No. What, for me to make out with you?
No. Just to raise money.
No. We're good. We'll save, maybe one day down the road if we have something that we actually needed,
What if we did a telethon? Hold on. Where we took donations and I lived on Mildred. We've talked about this.
Yeah. How much would it take you to live on Mildred for a week?
7 days?
Yeah.
Oh, man. For me to live on Mildred, what does that constitute? Like, what are we talking here? Am I allowed to shower in here?
No. You live... Then why... So what, you're just sleeping on... You're homeless. You live on Mildred. You could go other places.
Can I move around? Because I noticed the cops have been moving people around a little bit.
But you you could live. Basically, you got to live on the streets, but you got to act like you're on the streets. None of this like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the gym and shower and hang out in the fucking hot tub. Like you're homeless. You live on the street.
Can I do Andy's little beach workout and jump in the ocean?
Sure. Yeah, homeless people have free access to the ocean.
Okay.
You could shower at the outside showers and possibly get arrested.
7 days, minimum 10 G's.
You balked at me. I'd live on Mildred for 5 G's for 7 days. In fact, I'd live on Mildred for $3,500 for a week. $500 a day. I live on Mildred. I'd be homeless. Just to prove I could and finish the week with $3,500. Why not?
No, the money goes back in the Thust Fund, fam.
Oh.
That's the point. I'm not keeping a cent of this. The money goes back into the show.
Oh, I was like, well, I'd live it if it goes in my pocket.
No, that's the whole point. That's why I'm like, 10 G's, the money goes back into Dirty Sports. Get ourselves some insane equipment, or we just do a...
Get back to the questions. What else we got?
You don't like this idea?
He's trying to telethon his homelessness.
Any way you guys can call Shannon Sharp. Wow, on the spot. Would love to hear his general opinion on the NFL. So they want to know what Shannon Sharp has to say.
I kind of love Shannon. I love also that Shannon's turned into a meme.
I do love Shannon.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That whole thing? What was that? Have you seen that clip?
Of course.
Yeah. He's just become a meme generator.
What happened to his brother, Sterling Sharp?
Oh, he goes, that's no problem. That's no problem. That's no problem. Sterling Sharp almost died from a fucking spinal injury.
I know, but then he was working on ESPN for a minute. I thought he was good too. He was before his, he was obviously older.
Yeah.
That's a good name, by the way. Sterling Sharp.
Yeah.
Only a black dude could fucking have such a name like
Honestly,
that.
only a black dude could be Shannon Sharp. Like, dude, are you white? Yeah. Is your name Shannon Sharp? Yeah, that's not gonna work.
That's a good point.
And then you're like, Shannon Sharp, and then it's a black guy. You're like, oh, that ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
From Shiv Desai. Oh, it must be Indian. Right? Should the Nats trade Harper?
I think they actually should trade Harper. Now, here's the conversation I would have if I was the GM with Bryce Harper. I would say, look, we want to re-sign you. Just tell me our chances right now. Do we have a good chance to re-sign you? A great chance to re-sign you? That if we give you X amount, are you likely to resign? And then I would also say this. Hey, if we trade you, we can re-sign you. You can come back here. You can do what happened to the fucking Yankees. You remember fucking Chapman goes to the Cubs, then he comes back to the Yankees. It's like, if you want to be here, you want us to get a bunch of prospects and then bring you back? We could do that. Or if you tell me that you want to be a Washington National for life, then fuck it. I'm not trading you. Fine. But when you tell me that, what that means to me is you're absolutely going to sign with us if we give you a fair offer. Not you're going to bail. If you're going to bail, I'm fucking trading you. If you think maybe you'd sign with us, then I'm going to trade you, get prospects back, and maybe I'll bring you back. But I feel like I could negotiate with Bryce Harper. We could get a deal done one way or the other. Either I guarantee he's staying, I guarantee that I can let him go, get prospects, and bring him back, or I can go, I see what's happening here. You want to be a fucking Yankee. You want to be a, whatever team's moving to Vegas, and you're going to be the face of that franchise. I get it. I'm trading you. Because the Nationals, this isn't their year. And they could get a lot for Bryce Harper, for sure.
Trade him. I'm all for trading him. All right, those are the questions today. Thank you for all the dirtballs who helped contribute. Again, live on YouTube, so subscribe to us on YouTube. If you want to leave calls on our hotline as well, the number is 310-359-8365. Again, guys, Dirtball Meetup, Chicago. Is it thecomedybar.com?
I'm not sure. It might be just comedybar.com, but it's called the Comedy Bar. It's in Chicago.
It's comedybar.com.
Comedybar.com.
Now, are the tickets up yet for the live podcast? Because I've also had DMs about that.
Check that out. Check it out. I think we were on page, 6 last time? So maybe go to 5 to start, or?
Let me see here. I'm on page 6. I see Joe Prano. I see Friday through Sunday. I do not see tickets up.
So tickets are not up, but they will be up soon. I was assured of that. She, the girl that we've been working with there, says that tickets should be up soon. There is a different room, so maybe is that? No.
Yeah. Anyway, comedybar.com.
But tickets will be up soon. Trust me, you know, there's going to be plenty of tickets for, we're doing it in an entire separate room, so there won't be a spillover of just like people there to see comedy. It's going to be, there'll be a lot of room for Dirtballs for the live podcast. And then obviously Thursday, you said Thursday, right? Thursday's the podcast. Friday, Saturday, Sunday comedy. So get your tickets now. Get some tickets to the Wednesday night White Sox game. Get tickets to the Monday night
Cubs Brewers.
The Monday night or Monday day?
It's Monday night.
Monday night, yeah. Monday night Cubs Brewers, and come Chicago. I'm actually incredibly stoked for that trip.
Me too.
Like, you know me, I love me some fucking Miller Lite. I'm gonna set a Miller Lite record that week. I'm gonna drink 300 Miller Lights while I'm in Chicago.
6 nights. That's 50 Miller Lights a day, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna drink 200.
Well, go to joeprano.com for any questions on that stuff. AndyRuther.com, dirtysports.com. And yeah, guys, keep dropping those iTunes reviews. We see them.
Were we doing calls or were we just doing comments?
Let's just do comments. We don't really have any calls today.
Great. Okay.
Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Let's do it.
We got shit to do.
Yeah, I agree.
At Fix Your Life on Twitter, at Andy Ruther, at The Dirty Sports. All right, guys. That's the show. Anything else you want to push?
No, joeprano.com. If you're a West Coaster, again, be up in San Fran at the end of the month. Check out my dates there. Burbank Comedy Festival, middle of August. So it'll be a few spots out in Burbank at Flappers. And yeah, at Fix Your Life, Joe Prano on Instagram, all that fun shit.
All right. You guys know what to do. Enjoy the show, fellas and ladies. And most importantly, don't forget, condoms are for pussies.